Don't you worry, the clip's about to begin, but don't forget to subscribe. Or else, don't make me turn this website around.
We have a call here that is on topic, and I think is going to be probably my favorite of the day, but I'm just guessing. Nice. Nicole in Canada, welcome to the Hang Up.
Hi, thanks for having me.
I think you and I are going to start off disagreeing, and then I hope we end up agreeing.
Okay.
But go for it. Tell us why you called in.
So here's my basic theory. I'll get to it quick. I basically think that Santa Claus is the beginning tool for getting children indoctrinated into Christian religion, essentially. So you have something that you teach young children to believe that's not true. And if they act well all year long, at the end of the year, this man comes and gives them gifts. And it's very similar to the religion in the sense that you believe in God and you believe in Jesus and you do good things. And at the end, you get your reward, which is heaven. And that's basically my thoughts there.
And Matt, after you're done, I've got some thoughts because I have kids, but go ahead.
So, generally speaking, growing up, my belief and understanding within Christianity was not impacted in any way by Santa Claus because we always knew, after a certain age, that the two were fundamentally different. And for me, there were two Christmases. There was the religious celebration Christmas, and then there was the secular Christmas. But this has been a massive debate in the atheist and skeptic community of, do we do the Santa Claus thing or not? And not for the reason that you're talking about. The real issue here is, should we be lying to kids? Because there are people who are concerned that when children find out that Santa is not real, that this will cause them to not be able to trust adults, and that they panic about that. I think that's a great thing. I think it's a wonderful thing. I think Santa Claus is one more opportunity to teach skepticism. And so when kids start questioning, encourage that. Well, you have questions? What do you think about this? How do we go about proving? How would we find out whether or not there was somebody who lived at the North Pole and had flying reindeer and delivered presents to everybody else? How would we go about doing that? I think that Santa is an opportunity to. Now, if I had kids, I'm not sure that I would do the Santa thing because I'm not keen on lying. But if you treat it like a game and you treat it like a way to try to discover what the truth is, I think it can be a great teaching tool. What are your thoughts, Phil?
I think you're both right. So how's that for walking the fine line?
Now you're going to say we're both wrong.
No, I think you're both right. And we're going to stick to that. When our children were very, very little, we had discussions, my wife and I, about what to do. And we kind of came up with this fine line where we were never going to promote the idea of Santa, but we weren't going to debunk it either in real time. But we had already previously agreed as parents that if our kids ever ask us a straight up question, we will give a straight answer. And the beautiful moment for me, maybe my daughter was like 7, and we were going through the going to bed ritual, and she had to have a glass of water and a cookie and all that stuff. And she gets tucked in, and I'm reading her a story, and she's getting ready to go to bed, and she literally lunges up and grabs my shirt and pulls me down, sort of like nose to nose. And she goes, "Are you Santa?" And I said, "Yes." Yes, Mom and I, we are Santa. We put the gifts under the tree. And she was like, "I knew it." Yeah. And so for us, that was a moment of celebration because we were doing exactly what Matt said, helping her understand how to look at the world, how to question things. When there's something on TV that they want you to buy it, why do they make it look so good? How do they do that? What's the reason for that? And Santa kind of became one of those things to think about. And so it can be used as a great tool to say, well, if everyone can kind of sort of believe that, how does this Jesus thing work? But I also worry, like you started with, Nicole, that you're kind of creating a situation where you just take something on faith and that becomes part of your lifestyle. And that offends me. So if you're doing Santa that way,
Right.
I think it's a mistake, and I think it's bad for your family. I think it's bad for the kids. Just like I recently shared on Facebook a cartoon where Jesus goes to a little girl and says, "Just trust me and give me your little teddy bear. I've got something better for you." And he's got a giant teddy bear behind his back, and I'm just like, ugh, because that's like what does it call it? Priming, framing, conditioning a child to just believe whatever you tell them.
Yeah.
Grooming.
Yeah. And that's kind of where I was getting at.
Yeah.
But the thing I like about it is kids are going to be indoctrinated into religion either way, with or without Santa. We know that's true because there's a number of religions that people have been indoctrinated into and convinced of, where they don't celebrate Christmas and where they think Santa might as well be Satan because it's antithetical to the true meaning of Christmas. Now, how many, on average, in the developed world, how many 23-year-olds believe in Santa?
I would hope none.
I would think vanishingly small numbers, if not none, which means that, and yet of those, a massive portion of them believed at some point. And so now you have the true message is that I used to believe in something. I discovered that I didn't have good reasons for it, and that it was wrong. That is a tool that can be used in evaluating religions as well. It's one of those things that can go both ways. And so I don't have anything against Santa, or I would say maybe Santa done right, and maybe in the way that Phil suggested it. But I think it's all in how you use it. And if you're using one lie to bolster another lie, then you have crossed a line. If you are just using the discovery of a lie to lead to the discovery of another lie, then that's a good thing. But yeah, I appreciate you talking about the Santa Claus indoctrination, because I completely skipped over that. And yeah. So Nicole, who's hanging up on whom? You going to hang up on us?
I would love to hang up on you.
Well, sweet. I'll just sit here and ramble on so you can get the full effect that when you click, and you hang up, you will have cut me off mid-sentence, just like that. That's perfect.
That's so much fun.
I got three more calls.
Just so
I got
amazing.
Three more calls I want to get to. It's so much fun. Go ahead, Phil.
That this thing became a theme of the show. I just love it. You're so blessed to have such a thing.
Yes, I feel blessed in a completely secular fashion.
Hey, thanks for checking out this clip for The Line. While you're here, hit that like button, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and then share this with that bitter uncle of yours who loves talking about the good old days.